If you're like myself, you've always struggled with weight. You never know quite how to get rid of it. You see, for all of my youth, I was always the skinny fat kid. I wasn't ever skinny with a six pack, and I surely never had any muscle. I was always playing video games, and I hardly even went outside. When I was younger, I played soccer for 9 years. Even then, why didn't I have a six pack? I always thought maybe, I don't know, maybe my rib cage, I was genetically unblessed. I was just not born to have one. So back when I was a freshman, I remember there was a random walk with my buddy where he kind of just lifted up his shirt. Matthew, I don't know if you're watching this, but he lifts up his shirt and he's like showing off his six pack. He's like, I've been working on it, man. He's like, I'm weightlifting. I'm looking good because at the time you're trying to impress all these women. I just kind of told him, hey, well, my doctor says I can't have one. He looks at me and he's like, wait, but why? And I told him, oh, when I was in my mother's womb, she fell in the bathtub and I ended up getting a little deformed, which is somewhat true. My rib cage is a little messed up because of it. One's a little higher up, one kind of curves under. But I use this. I would tell myself, oh, there's no way I could ever look good. I'm just not meant for it. It wasn't until 2020 when everything started going on that I really took control. I started to think to myself, I need to lose this weight somehow. See, I was at Sam's Club. I walk up to this machine and it checks your blood pressure, right? You sit there, you put your arm there, and it squeezes you down. It tells you high blood pressure or not. And surely enough, I was high. And this was around the time I was eating a bunch of saltine crackers, and I was just lounging around watching movies. I just had no drive. I felt like I wasn't capable of a good looking body. I just never felt like I'd be that guy. Yeah, I struggled with this for quite a while. And if you are, you're not alone. You're not alone. There's tons of people out there. We want to look the best we can. And in this video today, I'm going to go over 3 easy steps get you on track to losing that weight. You see, because myself, I wanted that nice brief explanation so I could just take action, and next thing you know, you'll be having a six pack as well. So before we begin, we really have to understand that we need to change our mind, y'all. See, for the longest, I thought I was this chump. I thought I was this guy that was never going to be nothing. I would lounge around and eat bad foods. And when I say bad foods, you know exactly what I mean. You know ice cream ain't good for you. What are the benefits of ice cream? You got no micronutrients, no macronutrients. It's just straight sugar and some dairy. Just don't lie to yourself here. Those Tostito pizza rolls ain't doing you any good. So let's be honest. Bad food, we know what bad food is. Now, speaking of food, well, let's start with step number 1, your nutrition. See, nutrition is the biggest role in this. For the longest, I would eat processed food. I'd eat pizza rolls. I'd eat little taquitos with cheese and processed meat. See, I never knew what good eating habits were. Because if you're like me and you're watching this video, you have the same sort of family. You go to your kitchen right now, you go to that dinner table, and your parents probably have a bunch of crap on the table. You got, instead of having fresh fruit, a nice basket, I don't know, they have cereal on top of your fridge. You got Oreos sitting in the middle of your dinner table. You got temptations, and you can fight it all you want. Tell yourself, oh no, I shouldn't eat that. But if it's there, man, there's not a lot you can do. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna crave it. You're going to think you're not capable as soon as you have that one cookie. And that one cookie will lead to 2. Because that's what it did for me. Now, I know not all of us have that ability to get rid of all these junk foods from our environment, because we live with our families, and you should. I mean, our families are a blessing. We should learn to love them. But to the same extent, you should keep in mind, hey, I am greater than those foods. Keep your part away from them. Just don't, it's not you anymore, okay? We want to drift toward more unprocessed, healthier, whole foods. Things like your vegetables, your fruits. You want nuts. Nuts are higher calorie, but extremely nutritious. They're going to fill you up more than an Oreo. You know what? Possibly seeds. They're also very calorically dense, but they're a lot more nutritious than a pizza roll. You're going to want some healthy dairy, maybe some cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. Stop getting that bad yogurt with tons of sugar in there and just get plain Greek yogurt. Put some honey on it. Sprinkle the nuts if you want. Sprinkle the seeds. Toss in some fruit. You got yourself a little snack. Way better than getting whatever yogurt brands there are anymore. Go-Gurt, whatever there are. Now, nutrition, if you're planning to build muscle while you're losing this weight, you're going to want to make sure to keep in mind your protein, help you build that muscle, really help you recover. You're going to want to focus on fibers. Fibers will come from your vegetables. There's fiber in seeds. There's a little bit of fiber in nuts, a little bit of fiber in fruits. But you see, fibers are really hard for our body to break down. And there's even some fibers that our body just can't digest. You want to focus on these to make your mind think, oh, I'm full. Way better than those processed carbs and junk that's just going to go right through you. It's going to do you no good. It's going to make you feel tired, lethargic. Why do you think whenever you have ice cream, you just kind of want to lounge around? You want to go about your day nice and easy. You don't want to go on a run right after you eat ice cream. I mean, possibly you get a sugar high, and then sure, take advantage of it. Go on that run. But most of us, if we enjoy a nice big bowl of pasta, we want to watch a movie right after. At least I do. Or I'll take a nap. So make these habits consistent for yourself. Let's say you do want ice cream. It's okay to enjoy ice cream. Swap it out for a healthier ice cream. Get some low-calorie one. Get something, have a smaller portion of a really nice ice cream. Have balance. Because, with all these temptations around, we're still going to want things. We're still going to want pizza. Just make yourself a nice low-calorie pizza. We're still going to want French toast. Make yourself a low-calorie French toast. That's what I did. I made myself my own sandwich, my own burritos. If you truly, truly want this for yourself, you will dial in your nutrition. This is step number 1 for a reason. This is the most important step. You cannot outwork a bad diet. You can't. Trust me, I am a runner. Even if I go running 13 miles in the morning and I come back and I eat a whole pizza, I just ate the miles I ran. I'm going to have maybe 1,600 calories left just because my body burns it. That's only because I've worked for it. I've made my body burn calories better through cardio, which we're going to get into step number 2 now. You need exercise. Focus on cardio. Cardio will burn the most calories if you're really disciplined to losing all that weight. Look, if you can't run, if you can't bike, you can't swim, walk. Don't do those weird motions like I see people walking around on the streets. They're like, I don't know, flailing their arms. This does nothing. Stop. It's so pointless. Just walk. Be a normal human. Move your body. Stop sitting at home and doing all these hand motions. Maybe moving your head around. It's going to do no good. Walk. Enjoy the sun. Vitamin D. We're all lacking it. Get yourself out there. You know you should. You know it. Like if you're healthy enough to run a mile. Run them out as fast as you can. Don't overexert yourself too. Because remember, this is for the long run. The goal isn't lose 37 pounds. The goal is keep 37 pounds off. What's the point of losing it if you're just going to regain it? See, because around 70% of diets fail. Why do you think that is? We will go all out. We want to discipline our minds so fast to completely change. We want to go from eating all this junk to instantly being the next professional swimmer, the next professional basketball player. You want this nice body, you want this great health when you just went from nothing. It's gonna take time, y'all. Be consistent over time. Lose that weight over a year. See, the 37 pounds I lost, they weren't just overnight. Every single week, I was losing about 1 to 2 pounds. And I try to not even lose 2. Do it more toward 1. It's healthier. You're not going to feel all the cravings. You're not going to feel that hunger that just instantly dismay you from your goal. Yes, focus on that cardio. It's going to be the best for calories. And if you do want, like I said earlier on, to focus on muscle, keep some muscle on. Because us, man, we like to feel like we're bigger. We like to feel like we're strong. Then yes, keep weightlifting in. That's wonderful. I mean, you won't burn crazy calories in it. You'll burn 100 calories. That's what I burn. I burn about 120 calories. But I'm also not in there doing cardio when I'm weightlifting. I'm forcing as much weight as I can, defying gravity, to push my muscles. I'm not in there doing push-ups and then doing jump squats and then doing jumpy jacks and then mountain climbers, superset this, superset that. Don't overexert, because once your heart rate is high, you're not pushing your muscle strength. You're working your heart. You're doing cardio. If that's your fitness goal, then sure, by all means, that's great. Do CrossFit. CrossFit's wonderful. Keeps your heart rate up higher because you're always in motion. So keep to your goals. If you really want to lose that weight, yeah, sure, and you don't enjoy training all out failure on weights, yeah, go lighter. Go maybe 15 reps and then superset it with something else. Keep your heart rate up. That'll make you burn more calories. You won't focus on as much muscle, but you know, this video is losing weight. So if you want to really focus on weight, then yeah, by all means, keep exercises back to back. Keep that heart rate up. Now, number 3, this is one I've always been pretty good about. I'm actually professional at it, like quite good at it. Some people lack it. I know I did when I was in high school. See, I wouldn't want to go to bed early. That is sleep. Sleep is the third most important. See, if you're not sleeping, you're not recovering. You're not letting your body build that shield, build that armor, and get ready for the next day. You need at least 6, at least, y'all. 8 is what I sleep. There was a point in my life where I was dropping it down. I dropped it down to 7. And I felt alright. I still, I train a lot. I run, I box, and I weightlift, so my body needs that recovery. So even going from 8 to 7, I could feel the difference. I couldn't focus as much. Then I dropped it down to 6. I was like, oh, I should push it. I see some people not sleeping as much. Man, was that a nightmare. My focus was awful. I couldn't do any work. I couldn't do any hard work. So please, focus on your sleep. It's commonly overlooked. See, you even burn calories while you're sleeping. And at that, you can't eat calories when you're sleeping. It's a win-win. The longer you're sleeping, the less time you have to eat. Now, don't sleep more than 10 hours. That's absurd. But get your right sleep in. Make sure your body's recovered. Make sure your body's ready for the next day. So you have the mental focus to really dial in on your diet and really dial in on your exercise. If you say you don't have the time to go to the gym, if you say you don't have the time to go on a run, block it out in your day. Tell yourself, as soon as I wake up, I'm making no excuses. I'm running out the door. Because that's what I do. I hate running to an extent. I've done it so much that it kind of just, it's so plain now, you know? But once you're out that door and you're running, suddenly you remember why you love it. Suddenly you remember how important your health is. How this thing you're doing every single day, how you're eating every single day, one day you're gonna be up here while everyone else is down here. Why? Because they don't want to do the hard work. They don't want to progress themselves to your level. And what if that's even you? What if you could have been up here, but you're still down here? Because today, you have the choice. Let's say it's late at night, midnight. You still have the choice. You can walk out that door right now. Do some cardio. You could stay in your home if outside is dangerous. Sure, fine, I understand. You can do some push-ups. You can do jumping jacks. You can do something. But the point here is, don't let the days pass. Because I know you'll regret it. Because I did. I always gave myself this identity as a kid. And I was this guy that will never have a six-pack. And here I am. I live with so much more confidence. I enjoy my day-to-day life now. I feel fantastic. I feel healthy. I feel amazing. And what am I going to do? I'm still going to keep running. I'm still going to keep eating right. Why? Because I don't want to end up like I was before. This is a forever thing, y'all. Understand that. The goal isn't losing the weight. Keep it off. Do it for your own health. Do it for the people around you. Live a longer, healthier life, y'all. See you on the next video. Peace.